Hey everybody, it's Amy Graham, the Badass Valkyrie, and today is December 17th. So I have survived Amy Palooza and my birthday celebration weekend. For those of you who don't know, my birthday was Thursday, December 13th. I turned 52. Woo-hoo! And I spent the day with my husband, and then on Friday afternoon, about 1 o'clock, I drove to Boise, Idaho, and I spent the weekend with my best friend Kelly and my chosen family up there. On Saturday night, we went out dancing, and then on Sunday morning, we actually got home about 1 o'clock in the morning from dancing on Saturday night. Well, Sunday morning. I went to sleep for 4 hours, woke up at 5 o'clock, got in the car, and drove back home. Because at 11:30, my husband and I had a couples massage. And then at 2, I had my family birthday. So, yeah, it was crazy. But it all went well. Everything was fine. And I had a great time. We got to see friends, people I care about deeply. And that's what I wanted. So, the downside is that on Saturday and Sunday, now I did upload the Friday video, which is the 14th, but you haven't had one from the 15th or the 16th. So turns out I was not able to log on to Kelly's network to upload, and I can't upload video via my my data connection through my phone. So also, I will just say it, drunken video, never a good idea. I have a couple of snippets that I'm trying to put together, and I'm going to get that all done after this video because I didn't want to be late again. So I'm trying to put that together. I cannot guarantee you how much I can actually put into it and still not get demonetized. So I will put in as much as I can, and I apologize now that it'll be a short weekend video, but you know, if I miss one day, so be it. I mean, I'm pretty damn amazed that I'm able to get this done every day. So anyway, that being said, tonight what I wanted to do is go through and show you what my planner lineup will be for 2018. As much as I have, I am still waiting on 2 pieces, but and it's just covers really, so you can see what I'm doing. So, without further ado, this is my weeks. Now, this is one of my weeks covers. I have the these 3 here, which is my Zencraft in Montana Badlands Black Cherry. Then I have my Wonder Woman. She hasn't been out in a while. And then I have my Brinkley, which is, or Bingley, I think it's Bingley. In the blue, it says USS Callister, and this was from Tiffany. And then I have the chocolate creme, which is Chic Sparrow, and the blue one is Chic Sparrow as well. And the chocolate creme is what I have my 2019 weeks in currently. So I am using the banana weeks, and so the 2019 Mega Banana Weeks, and it's going to be in this to start off with. For my 2018, I still have my Calypso, Odyssey Calypso, which I love, and so you will see a theme just in all of this here going forward, so just bear with me here a minute. Then I have this is my Hobonichi English Planner, and this will be my Miracle Morning, and I have prompts for every day for 365 days, the little yellow book that I showed you in one of my hauls, and I'll link that video up here. But this is my Happy Little Clouds cover, and it has a little picture of Bob Ross as a cartoon. And so there will be my 2019 English Techo, and the 2019 weekly calendar will be in here. So this is for my morning pages, morning Miracle Morning, all of that. So that'll go in here. Then I have this is my Foxy Fix Blueberry notebook cover, and this is going to house my bullet journal, which I have the stealth version of the official bullet journal that I got. So sorry. I'm still trying to recover from the 4 hours of sleep, just so you know. This will house the stealth version that I got with Ryder Carroll's The Bullet Journal Method. It was a combination set, and so that's what's going to go in here. And I do plan to get that all set up and started on January 1st. So, even though this one will not technically be finished, it will be finished. So, then I have my Foxy Fix Wanderlust in cedar. Oh, I love this. And this is an A5 notebook, and or notebook cover. It's a folio. And so in here, take this out for just a second. I have on one side my Hobonichi Cousin Avec in the A5. And then in this side, I have my A5 Slim Jibun Techo. Now, as you can tell, you can see when the Jibun Techo is there, and this is almost shut, it is smaller or slimmer than the A5. And so it fits in there just fine, and you can kind of see it there. So the Jibun Techo is my media tracker. And so I put anything having to do with Instagram, YouTube, my Twitter account, my Facebook page, my blog, anything like that that I'm tracking for social media goes in here, in the Jibun Techo. The Hobonichi Cousin Avec is my ride or die everyday carry planner. So that is my master planner. So, or as I like to call him, Planner Prime. He is Planner Prime. Inside, between these two, I have two of these, and I'm going to try to use it. It is the Erin Condren Wellness Log. And there's 6 months in each one. And I haven't really gone over this, but normally you guys know that in my pocket, I have been tracking my food. I've just been writing it down. Haven't been tracking carbs or anything like that. But at least I wrote it down. And so I'm going to be taking that out. I'm not going to use the pocket version of that anymore because I'm using the Erin Condren Wellness Planner or Wellness Log. And it has Monday through Sunday, and it's got water intake, steps, hours slept, and what activity I did that day. So I could put my workouts there. Then on the other side, it has what I had for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. So I'll be writing it down per week in here, and I will be using Carb Tracker on my phone. Because come January, Amy's going to try to go keto and see how that goes for January. A lot of my friends up in Boise have been having really great success, and I've kind of leveled out where I'm at. And the keto, now I know I will probably get a bazillion comments going, don't do keto or keto's great. You can find research to support both ends of the spectrum. However, I don't do anything without researching it first. And keto is actually the prescribed diet for my type of liver disease. And I have NASH syndrome, and it's non-alcoholic hepatic hepatitis. It's what alcoholics do to their liver with alcohol, I did with fat. Now, as I lost weight, my liver lost weight, but it still has scarring and stuff like that. And so I have to be careful, and I need to go in and do a liver biopsy. However, I'm not going to do that until I actually go in and get my tummy tuck stuff done, because it will take me out for at least 6 weeks. So when I do my liver biopsy, and I won't be able to train and won't be able to do anything. So if I'm not going to do it just to have the liver biopsy and not have surgery with it, because I have plans. So as all of you know, I have 4 triathlons scheduled for 2019 and a half marathon, possibly a full marathon towards the end of the year. So Amy's not getting a liver biopsy done in 2019. Unless for some reason I end up having some sort of emergency surgery. Knock on wood, that does not happen. Then I'll have him do it. But so I'm going to try these. I have 2, and they each have 6 months. They have 5 weeks each month, and it fits quite nicely in between the Hobonichi Cousin Avec and the A5 Jaboon Ketchup. So there's that. So this is going to be my, like I said, Planner Prime. And so, but this guy stays at home. My bullet journal stays at home because in my pocket I have the pocket-sized bullet journal, which is my on-the-go. It's my answer to not having rings right now. So when I want to carry my traveler's notebook, my pocket TN, I slip in a bullet journal, because then I can just write down whatever and it's fine. I can house that and still just be like, rip the page out and throw it away. Although I haven't thrown any pages away. Although in the bullet, when I do my pocket rings, I just take the day out and throw it away. Once I have all of the information that I need transferred. So in my little bullet journal, I will be on the go notes and stuff like that, and then I'll update my bullet journal every night or every day, every morning. I don't know. The only other thing other than my pocket is, and this is one thing that I'm waiting on the cover for, is my 2019 MD notebook diary that I got from, in that lovely book, The Stationery Selection. And it is my declutter planner. And the theme to it, less is better. And I haven't taken the cover off the rice paper cover yet because I don't want to have it get dirty. And then the quote in here is, "The price of anything is the amount of life you exchange for it." Henry David Thoreau. And I thought that quote was quite apropos. So what I've done is written down, and I will be absolutely 100% honest. I'm playing catch up because of my birthday, but I will catch up by the weekend with all of my declutter, because I already know what I'm doing, and then it's a drawer out of each one of my in my chest of drawers, so my husband's and mine, going through and sorting through each drawer. I just haven't written them down, so I'm writing all my declutters down. And tomorrow, my the Minimalist Home is should be delivered by Amazon, and that's my next book. So, but what I have coming for this is a Mystic Little Gifts Orchid cover, notebook cover. It's a Stalogy cover, and so I will put this and probably another MD notebook, an A5 MD notebook in it together, and that's what I will go through and make the notes for the declutter. And that's what I'm doing for 2019, is going through that book and following it and getting whatever I can done. So the daily declutter, December daily declutter, is just what I had planned for December, just to get a start. But once I get the book, then I can kind of figure out where to start from there and go. I'm not, for those of you who don't know, I'm not trying to become a minimalist or anything like that. But after I retire, my husband and I are going to be moving overseas. And which country we don't know, but most likely Costa Rica. So, or Malta, or Spain, or Portugal. So we will be moving, and I have a huge house with a lot of crap. And so I am trying to start now to start downsizing it all, because our goal is to not buy a house wherever we move. We will spend most of our time traveling and, exploring and doing all of that. And I just want to be able to go, you know what? I'm tired of Costa Rica. Let's move to Malta or wherever. So we will just be renting an apartment. That seems to be much more logical for us. We don't have kids, and so having a house and all that kind of stuff to leave to no one, yeah. So I mean family members obviously, but we would rather spend our time enjoying each other and our life and traveling and seeing the world. And after we retire, I kind of want to do that, but I also want to open my own coffee shop and stationery store and go from there. So, which is kind of paper and pour overs is the precursor to that. So, but that's the plan. And I just have so much stuff, and I want to get rid of so much of it. And what actually prompted that is my best friend Kelly is moving from Boise, Idaho to New Orleans. And in order to get her house sold, she had to pack up everything. She went through it all, and they're downsizing to an RV. And by the way, she will soon be starting her own little YouTube channel, and learning how to handle the RV and go from her house to an RV and figure out, how they're going to do all of that. So, because they're going to have to live in the RV for a little while. So, I love my girl Kelly, but I can tell you, before she downsized, she could have filled that RV with all of her shoes. Just all of her shoes. She's my kind of girl. But and then after she's downsized everything, the house is the house was gorgeous before. It's a 100-year-old house, and it's so cute. But seeing the difference of everything that was in it, and then having to get everything out of it, and it's just kind of staged for being sold, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. And so that kind of prompted me to want to do this. And I have a lot of stuff that I'm just like, why do I have it? I don't do anything with it. I'm like, So I'm just kind of like, I'm done. Now, before y'all think I lost my mind, this room, this haven, this comfort zone is the last thing that will go. The very last thing that will go. And I'm talking I'm not retiring for another 14 years. So now I have started getting rid of some of my stash that I'm like, I don't need 17 bullet journals. Y'all think I'm crazy or kidding. Well, I think I am kind of kidding. I think I am crazy, but I'm not kidding. I had 17 bullet journals. And I'm like, oh, I'll just use them. I'll use them. And I'm like, girl, this bullet journal has lasted me a freaking year. Even if I went through 2 a year, or even 4 a year, I'm like, that's still 4 years worth of stuff. And I'm like, you don't think you're going to come across bullet journals? You don't think you can just go and, go on Amazon and order one when you need one? So, and there's a lot of things that are like lines, like the lined journals. I don't really have a need for those. I am just basically hoarding them because I'm like, but I have them if I need them. I don't need 8 of them. So I actually took a big care package up to Kelly for her daughter Sophia, who's in college. And she's a brilliant STEM girl. She's awesome. And she's also a planner girl, stationery girl, kind of like me. So I took her a whole bunch of notebooks that I know that she enjoys, that she'll take notes and stuff for college. She's like, oh, I don't need any more journal or notebooks for next year. And I'm like, there you go. And I only got you like a portion of my stash. So I am trying to only keep the things that I love and enjoy and actually use. So, like, you will pry my field notes notebooks out of my hand when I'm dead. And I'm keeping all of the ones that I'm using as journals. I don't know what I'll do with them when I die. Who knows? Who knows where I'll be in 80 to 100 years. And yes, I do. If I could live forever, I totally would. Totally would. Because I work at a research university, I'm like, the first time y'all come up with like the whole little nanites that you can get injected with that will keep you alive forever, sign me up. I will totally do that. And if they happen to like make me a size 3, awesome. But everybody's like, you want to live forever? I'm like, no. I want to choose when I leave this planet. I want it to be on my terms, not anybody else's, not any other divine whatever or random chance or whatever. So I want to see what happens. I'm that curious. So, but I do not want to be like unable to move and, like my brain in a jar. I don't want that. But I would like my body to be in good condition, and that's why I'm working out, I'm training, all of that. Well, not to live forever, but I mean, keeping my body and my mind as capable as I can. So, yeah, little, blurb into what goes up in here. With that, it's going to be a tangent kind of segue, but, so those are my notebooks that I'm using for 2019. And trust me, I will go through each and every one of them individually. And when I do my setups and everything, when I get them all set up for 2019, which I'm hoping I get a lot of it done this weekend. So don't panic. That's not the only thing you're going to see. I just wanted to kind of show you the whole, stackamus of them. So there you go. But that's my plan. And what I will be using in 2019. Now, the other thing which I had maybe alluded to in YouTube on my Instagram account, for those of you who were around when I turned 50, I did an entire year challenge from my birthday to my birthday. And when I turned 50, I did 50 firsts before my 51st. That was my birthday challenge for me. And I wanted to do 50 things that I had never done before. And I wrote that, down in my bullet journal, actually. And I did 50 things. Like, the first one that I did is I climbed the Sun Pyramid in Mexico City to the top. That's where I recorded the little vlog and everything. And I'll put that up here. I'll post the video here. But that was one of my firsts in 50 firsts before my 51st. When I turned 51, I didn't do anything. And I kind of regretted that. And so on my drive home, the 4.5 hour drive at 5 in the freaking morning, I was trying to stay awake and just be like, okay, we're doing this. So I was driving and I was like, what do I want to do for now that I'm 52? And then it kind of went off in a light bulb and I'm like, there's 52 weeks in a year. What do you want to do? So, for those of you who've been following along or playing the Amy game at home, you know that I enjoy self-care and I've been really focused, and that's what the weeks is for me, this is my self-care journal. And so I want to focus even more on self-care. Now, at the end of this year, and I could say in the past 2 months or so, my self-care is kind of de-evolved into, ooh, I want that. We'll make that my self-care. No. It's not about buying yourself something. I mean, it can be on occasion, but it's more about taking time and taking care of yourself and finding time to take care of yourself. So what I'm going to do for my turning 52 challenge is I'm calling it Finding 52. And what that is finding 52 hours in 52 weeks to do something all for me that is not part of my normal routine. So, you know, I train, I work out, I go for runs, I love buying traveler's notebooks, that kind of thing. That is not really, to me, finding something different and finding, self-care. So, my challenge that I'm giving myself, and you are more than happy to follow along, because in January, I will start doing an extra video a week, and it will be about what I'm doing that week or what I've done for that week. And it may be a video itself, or it may be a part of one of my videos, but it may just be a short little vlog. But it's what I'm doing for Finding 52. And it's finding 1 hour per week that's all mine. Whether I go on a self-coffee date, whether I sit down and I read a book for an entire hour. Now, the one stipulation that I'm giving myself is that it has to be an entire hour. Not 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. No. You find an entire hour, and if you have to schedule it, guess what? We're all planners. Find an hour in your week. You should be able to find 1 hour on one of the days of the week to do, and it doesn't even have to be the same hour. I mean, the same day of the week or anything. But, whether you go see a movie all by yourself, whether you take yourself out to sushi, whether you find a beautiful tree in the middle of the park in June, put down a blanket and you read for an hour, whatever. Or you go visit a museum, an hour just for you. That's what self-care is about. And I'm like, if I can't find an hour for myself, then there's something wrong. And I'm not paying enough attention to myself. Go get a manicure, go get a pedicure. Something that is just for you. In 52 weeks, 1 hour a week. I'm putting it out there. The hashtag Finding 52, 52. And so, that for me is because it's my 52nd year, and I need to make sure that I take time for me. And because I get all kinds of spun up, and I'm like, oh, I don't have time. And so the one thing too, I was talking to my husband about this. I'm like, and I'm not going to count, things that I already do, like going for a run or, extra time in the morning or whatnot. It's something outside my normal schedule that is extra. And now I'm not saying you can't go shopping for yourself. If you want to go take an hour and walk through Nordstrom's for an hour, great. It's just for you. Don't sit there and look for presents for somebody else. Don't, think about other things. You disconnect for an hour. And whether or not you have to set an egg timer, or not an egg timer, I guess those are like really short, but set a kitchen timer, set a timer on your phone, at least 1 hour. Do more if you can do it. That's awesome. And like I said, if I decide I want to go outside the realm of our normal massage schedule, and I schedule an hour massage just for me, my husband was like, that's a great idea. You should totally do that. And I'm like, I should totally do that. And so, if I wanted to go to a spa, get a facial done, or something that, I've not necessarily not done before, but it's not part of my regularly scheduled schedule. So, hashtag Finding 52 is what the challenge is going to be. And starting the first, it may start next week because it's like the 52nd week of the year. Normally I do this challenge from my birthday to my birthday, but not all of you are 52. So, you know, if you want to do it from your birthday or whatever, you know, you are more than welcome to join me in doing this. But I may actually start it this week or next week. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. But if I do end up doing it, starting it, because this is week 51, next week is week 52. If I end up doing that, then I'll just continue it for the last 2 weeks of next year. But that's what I've come up with for my challenge. And I was like, oh, this will be easy. And I'm like going through my schedule and I'm like, okay. All right, well, it's going to be on Sunday, most likely. But you know, it'll kind of just depend on week to week to week. But my primary goal is every week is to figure that out, when I'm going to put that hour in at least, you know, and I would enjoy having it be more than an hour. We'll see. But 1 hour chunk, a 1 hour chunk, not 30 minutes and 30 minutes or whatnot. I mean, if you have to do it that way, you have to, but I think ideally, if you can't find an hour all to yourself, then is it really, I mean, focus on you. Because so many people out there take self-care as something extra. But I'm here to tell you, if you don't take care of yourself first and foremost, I can honestly tell you, you're not taking care of everybody else around you as good as you could. So, not that you're not doing a great job. I'm just saying, take care of yourself first. Make that your primary goal, and then take care of everybody else, because you're making yourself better for everyone else. And there's no need to feel guilty about that. I mean, it's ridiculous the way society kind of works, especially for mothers. It's like, gotta take care of the kids, gotta take care of the kids. And you wear yourself ragged. And you get to a point where you're frazzled, you've got peanut butter in your hair, and you're just like, ah! I get that way, and all I have is 2 cats and a dog. And a husband. But, yes, I might have put peanut butter in my hair unintentionally at some point, because I like peanut butter and banana sandwiches. That's beside the point. But just take care of yourself for an hour a week. It's not rocket science. And, you know, if it's just sitting down on the couch in a quiet space with a cup of coffee and a good book or a magazine, I know. There are these things that we used to have that were like about this thick, said Vogue on the front of it. Paper, flip through, smell the little inserts. They were lovely things that very few of us actually get anymore because it's all online. Just disconnect for an hour once a week. Find your 52 hours for 2019. That's my goal. And I hope you follow along, because I will be adding it to my videos. So when I do #finding52, it's all about self-care. So there's my little long tangent on self-care and my challenge. Sorry about that. However, I'm very passionate about self-care, because for the longest time, I didn't do anything for myself. I mean, I did everything else for everybody else. And when I finally decided to take time for myself, it made me so happy. And I can tell you, in all 100% honesty, I am the happiest I've ever been in my life at 52. And I don't worry about a lot of the chaos and crap that's going on, because I am truly, honestly happy with who I am, what I'm doing with my life, and where I'm at in the world. And it's because I've taken time to figure that out. And, you know, we all kind of go through things where like, oh, I'll worry about that. I'll figure that out. I'll worry about that later. I took time to figure out my goals, and I took time to figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, because at 52, I still got half my life left, at least. And I'm like, I don't want to spend the rest of my life the way I spent the first half, where I'm like, once I get skinny, once I find the perfect job, once I get the perfect house, once I do this, once I do that. And it had to be, you know, once I was in love, once I was, you know, something always had to happen for me to be happy. But then I would get skinnier. I'm not skinny by any chance, but I mean, I lost over half my body weight. Didn't make me happy. Not instantly anyway. It's all about self-discovery and figuring out what you want, what you need, and your desires and your wishes and your own magic. And, you know, that can be whatever you want it to be. So, mine for this year just happens to be finding 52 hours all to myself for things that I want to make time for. Hopefully, you can find 52 of your own. Anyway. All right. I'm done preaching about self-care for now. For now. So that's my planner lineup and for 2019 and my plan. And I'm still tweaking some of my goals. So we'll get into that later. But for tonight, I think this is pretty good. So I hope you guys have a great day. And we are back to our regular scheduled programs every day until the 25th. So Christmas Day, probably Christmas evening, will be the final one for the everyday Vlogmas. So I hope you guys have been enjoying it, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.